Jacaranda FM.
With the legendary Zakes Mda this morning. What do you miss most about South Africa?
Oh, there's nothing I miss about South Africa because I'm always here, I'm back here after every 2 months or so.
But when you're there, what do you miss?
No, I can't say there's anything I miss. I carry my South Africa with me everywhere I am.
Well said.
I am in South Africa.
I miss South African food. I can't lie to you.
I can cook South African food. You see?
Yeah,
That's the
cook,
thing.
yeah.
And you can get the ingredients anywhere now.
So are you a good cook?
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely. I do most of the cooking in my house.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Zakes, we have a little time left, and I just wanted the story of Excelsior, and you used that to inspire you to write that amazing book, Madonna of Excelsior. What was the story? What was going on in Excelsior?
Well, the story is when I was at high school, which was towards the late 60s or so, a big story broke out, whereby, in the newspapers all over in South Africa, where a number of black women in South Africa were sleeping with a number of Afrikaner men, some of whom were actually leaders of the Nationalist Party, not only at local level, even at national level. And that, of course, was against the law, against and there were children were born out of that. And of course, there was that big case, which was prosecuted by Percy Yuta, who's a famous lawyer and prosecutor who later prosecuted Nelson Mandela. The case embarrassed the government so much that they had to withdraw it. And they didn't proceed. Normally, all those people would have gone to jail. Now, it happened many years later in this new South Africa. I was sitting in my house in Wildevredenpark Park, and I was wondering, I wonder what happened to the children of those people, the so-called colored children who were born out of. So I drove back to Excelsior to investigate that.
Did it start there in Excelsior?
Yes.
Okay.
And the wonderful things that I discovered there. When you read that novel, actually, it's called a novel, but all those things are actually based on fact of the things that I discovered, in Excelsior.
Yeah. Now, I got to ask you, since we have like a minute left, Zakes Mda, where do we go from here as South Africans?
Well, I'm a very optimistic person. I think these are just the pangs of death, I think, a number of things will self-correct. Well, I hope this is not just my optimism. What makes me optimistic, of course, is that we have a very strong civil society. The fact that a lot of the things that happen are exposed and people are not just silent about them. They protest about them, they talk about them, they write about them. You see, we have a strong judiciary, we have a strong press. All those things give me hope, you see. So I think that all these things will pass, We'll continue to have problems, like all countries do have problems, but not as serious as these ones where a president, for instance, subverts the constitution and hijacks democracy and so on. I think that, of course, is something that will self-correct sooner or later.
Now, the book is called Little Sons, and I can recommend it. It's like Oprah's book club. I can recommend this one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's hope you have the power and influence of Oprah.
No, but I can try. It's called Little Sons. Little Sons with Sonne. Little Sons by Zakes Mda. You got to get yourself a copy of this. It's been such a pleasure talking to you.
Jacaranda FM.